What is up, guys? So today I'll be installing Airaid intake on my 2011 Ford Mustang V6. It's really not that hard. You don't need two people. It's easy. Just putting on some clamps and rubber stuff will be hard, but it's really worth it. I had it on my previous Mustang, and this intake is best. It just looks amazing. I got the blue filter to match my car, but there are other colors, red and black also. So to remove the stock intake, it's not really that hard. First, you gotta loosen this clamp right here with a flathead screwdriver or 8mm. And then another clamp right here by the throttle body. Then this middle piece between the clamps should pop right out. In order to remove the airbox, you have to remove this 10mm screw. It should pop right out. And make sure you remove the mass airflow sensor right here. There's a red clip you pull, and then the plug should pop right out. So use a flathead screwdriver to loosen up the clamps. You can also use an 8mm and save more time. As you can see, I was struggling with the flathead. Then remove this clamp right here. Next, we're gonna remove this vacuum line right here. Push the clip down like this and just pull it out. And then just slide out the piece right here for the intake. Next, we're gonna remove this mass airflow sensor, pull the red clip, and then pull the wire out. After that, we're gonna remove this 10mm bolt right here for the airbox. Use a drill or whatever you can and take it out. Once you remove the bolt, the airbox should pop out, and there are two grommets right below it. Make sure you put it right back on the body. Just leave it in the body. You don't have to put on the new airbox, just leave it there. Now remove this grommet that was under the 10mm bolt and transfer it to the new airbox, just like that. Now we're gonna transfer the mass airflow sensor to the new tube. Make sure you use the screwdriver bit that came with the air intake. It will take out the mass airflow sensor screws. Pull it out slowly once you remove the screws. Don't break it. And now transfer it to the new tube. Make sure you put it in the right way, or else it won't fit right. Now use the new screw that came with the intake and make sure you use an Allen key to tighten it up. It should fit perfectly. Now we're gonna install this stuff to the intake. If your car is automatic, you're gonna have to install this one. There will be two vacuum lines, but in this case I got a manual, so I'll be using the other one. Now install this grommet that came with the intake. It should pop in right away. It's not really that hard. And then make sure it looks right. Next, we're gonna get the vacuum line piece and pop it right where the grommet is. It's really not that hard, just wiggle it in and it should pop right in, just like that. Next, we're gonna get this piece and screw it on to the other hole. I recommend using a 15mm, and make sure you tighten as much as you can. Don't over tighten it either. Go right on with a 15mm. After you're done transferring everything to the new intake, now we're gonna put it on the car. Grab a rubber piece that came with the intake, You're gonna slide it on right there. We're gonna use 2 clamps, a small clamp on one side, and make sure you tighten a little, not too much though, or else it won't go in. Then put this rubber piece in on the throttle body. Make sure you take your time. You don't want to leave any open gaps or anything for any leaks. Just take your time. After you put it on, tighten the clamp with the flathead screwdriver. Next, grab the other clamp and slide it on to the rubber piece on the other side. And then we're gonna get the tube and slide it on to the rubber piece. And make sure you take your time with this too. Once you install the tube, make sure you don't tighten the clamp yet, because we have to adjust the intake. So I'll wait till the end to tighten the clamps. Make sure you adjust the tube, because there are 2 holes right here where you're going to install 2 screws, so make sure the hole lines up. Now grab the 2 screws. I use a Phillips screwdriver. After doing the screws, we're gonna grab a 8mm or flathead screwdriver and tighten the clamp. Next, we're gonna install the vacuum line. It should pop right on. Now we're gonna plug in the mass airflow sensor. Make sure when you plug it in, you push the red clip in. Now we're gonna put in the air filter on the air intake. Once you put on the filter, make sure you tighten the clamp so it won't leak any air or it won't be loose. Once you put on the filter, you should be all good to go. Start up the car and